Welcome to Mart's Garage.
I bought this oil bath air filter from the swap meet a couple of years ago. Flathead 2-barrel plus oil bath filter, £25, and I think I paid £20 for it. So I thought, just for a giggle, I would clean this up a little bit and put it on the 32. I have test fitted it, and it does fit. And in fact, I think the carb that came with this is the one that I rebuilt and have put on the 32 anyway, so I thought I'd go for the completely non-hot roddy look. A big old air filter. Hang on, I need two hands here. Hang on just a sec. So there's the thing. I imagine that's all just gauze in there, isn't it? So I'll kind of swill this out. I'll just clean it as much as I can. And it's full of horrible mess in there. Dead flies and everything. So I thought I'd just show you that, and then I'll clean it out and have a look. I've sprayed some stuff into it actually, but so I'll give it a wipe out and I'll show you what it looks like when I've cleaned it up a bit. I've just went round to my friend Gavin's, and coming back the end it started playing up, and I just about limped home and conked out at the side of the house there, and I pushed it through, and I think I know what the problem is. I'm just testing it. It won't quite. Okay. And what I've just done is I just swapped on this. This is the coil that I've been running, and I swapped this one, and this is just an old one that I just found in the garage. So I'm going to hook this one up. Hang on a sec. I'll just leave this here. I know you can't see what's going on in real time though, so you can see I'm not fiddling anything. Right. So if I put that in there, you might be able to just see that, yeah. It's not the correct fit in there. Now this says switch, and then it says CB there, which is contact breaker on there. If I just lay that there, I don't know if they have to really be earthed. So I've just connected that old coil up there, that one. It isn't even earthed or anything. I don't know if it's important to have a coil earthed, but I just tried it like that, and it. Now that's okay, isn't it? That's alright. Oh, and you can see that one's sparking there. Look, I've got that one up there onto a plug. So I'll stop the engine. Sorry for waving the camera about. This is just a bit of an impromptu thing because I'm literally troubleshooting this problem as right now, live and direct. So that goes on there. Reach through the windscreen, turn the key. That's even more immediate with that other lead on. Okay, so my coil's no good. Yeah, it just started sort of breaking down when it was hot. So I'll clean this one up and fit it in place of that one. Now I don't know, I'll have to do some research. This would have been built for positive earth, so this CB and switch might need to be the other way around. I'll have a look. Okay, that was lucky then, I just about got back. It's only the third time I've driven the car. Okay. It's all part of the debugging process. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Hello. Right. Pardon me. I've got this coil. Now this is an old British Lucas coil from the positive ground era, and it is marked switch and contact breaker, made in England. And on the bottom it says 12 volt LA12 451130 660. That means this dates from either June 1960 or the 6th week of 1960. I can't quite remember now, but it's 1960 anyway. Now, because this was made for a positive earth car, you have to connect the connections the other way around to what they were for it to be connected correctly. So the wire from the switch will go to the CB, and the wire from this contact, which says switch, will go to the contact breakers in the distributor. So I've mounted it that way around on the bracket so that it fits the way round the wires are in the harness. Okay, I'll put it on the car. Hello. There's the replacement coil in place. Fingers crossed then, I'll take it for a little run. Well, let's see if, well, I have already tested it to see if it'll go, but I'll just demo it. Put a big old oil bath air filter on as well, just to accentuate the non-hot roddy look. Put oil in it as well now. So let's give it a run then and see how it goes. I'll bring it back when there's more to show. Hello. I've been having a problem with running this motor, and I believe it's to do with the coil. I had a problem with the original coil, the high power coil. Swapped it, put another one on, which was just another old one that I had lying about, and I had a problem. It started playing up again. I put this one on, which is another old one that I had lying about, and it runs fine, but it's the wrong fitting there. It's a push-in rather than a screw-in. So I needed a new lead. So anyway, today let's have a look. So because I want dependability, I've just been and bought a brand new Bosch coil from a local place that specialises in ignitions. And what I've done, I got them to make me up a new lead that's long enough to go, here it is, to go up here and attach at the top. That's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to, I think I need to use the bracket from this coil or a similar coil, depending on the diameter, and I'll bolt the new coil on, and I've got some crimpers, and I showed the man at the place and he said, yeah, they're the same as the ones we use. So he showed me how to use them. So I can put either a straight crimp on if I go that way up, or a 90 degree if I go that way. So I will put the new coil on, and a bit later on today we'll take it for a little run, see if it's okay. There's the new coil. I've just opened the top, and so yeah, I don't normally do unboxings, but Bosch, I can't do the German. High energy ignition coil, 0221 119027, 12 volt. And this is designed for when you do not use a ballast resistor. So hopefully the diameter will match that other coil and I can use the bracket. I wanted to just use a genuine Bosch. I didn't want any you know, spurious brands. Got plenty of connectors on. I only need one, but I'll just leave them like that. Made in Brazil, Industria Brasileira. There's the new coil in place, and what I did, I actually took the old lead and I crimped a new end on with that tool. So that's in place, the motor's running, and the other thing I did, they got some offcuts of vacuum hose just in the shop in a little tray, so I picked this one and he gave it me for nothing. So I put that in, threaded it through, hooked it up inside, to that pipe there, which I need to pull over to the side there onto that screw. And now, look, the wiper's working. How cool is that? It's a job done. New coil, new lead that I didn't use, but I can use it for a spare. Oops. New coil, new lead that I can use as a spare, and vacuum hose, working wipers, all in one job, and local, support a local company and got the part straight away. So that's good, isn't it? And that's running nicely now. Now this coil, when you shake it, you can't hear anything, so I think it's like resin filled or something. So I think it can tolerate being upside down. It might be the other ones didn't like being upside down, I don't know. But I have used one of the same type as the other ones upside down for years on my coupe, so I don't honestly know. But I'll give that a go. If not, I can make... The reason I put it that way up is because my wires are made to come here. If I'd have mounted it up the other way, I'd have had to make a new harness. So, turn that off. I didn't show the wiper motor. I have some video footage, but I haven't shown it. There's so much footage that I've had to kind of pick and choose. Okay. It's just yeah, just bring the revs up to make the charging light go out. Cool. Okay. Running nice. I'll put the air filter back on now, and I've got some little cable ties that I've took off on that side. I'll put those back on. Okay, I've got a bit more confidence now with that coil in place. And the last one that was on, I can put that in the spare parts as a spare. Because you never know. But that's a Bosch, you know, reputable company. Righto, jolly good. You take care and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Hello. This is the coil that I bought for the Sedan. The problem is it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's too bright, too shiny. Got too much blue on it. Got 3 great big catch-all terminals. So it didn't actually come with a clamp. This clamps off another coil. This one looks a bit more weathered in. So I thought what I'd do is take these terminals off and then either cut them down or fit some single blade terminals. I thought I'd try and peel that label off, then kind of clean it a little bit and paint it. That's what I thought I'd do anyway. Let's see how it goes. So I've just undone that clamp. I'll just put an 8mm on there because these are, yeah, these are 8mm, so I do need 2 hands, but I'm going to take these off, give it a paint and put it back on. I think that looks a bit better, doesn't it? That looks a bit better. Missed a bit there, look. Chipped a bit there. Hey, I could rough it up and chip it up a bit more and it'd probably fit, you know, look a bit more in place. Just checking that the wires aren't caught behind there. That they're held but not, you know, squashed or anything. This coil is a little bit smaller than the coil the bracket was for, so the bracket's like on its limit of clamp, so I had to file the slots a little bit here just to you know, so it went on okay. It just about went on, but you know, it goes on easier now. Okay, good. I took the car for a long run a couple of nights ago. We drove down to Gaydon, which is about, it's 20 plus miles there and 20 plus miles back, so it's probably about a 50-mile run. And it ran well. The only thing that, a couple of things that I didn't like, one was it started making a noise, like as if it was something like a bearing or something in the transmission, and I don't know what it is and I haven't investigated, but I was doing about 55, so it was making this noise, so I knocked it into neutral and I put the clutch down and knocked it into neutral and the noise stopped. You know, I was rolling along, so I very carefully put it back into 3rd gear, let the clutch up, and the noise wasn't there. I was down to about 45 by this time. Then I slowly brought the speed back up to about 50 and just cruised along at about 50. This was on the motorway and we got to Gaydon okay, and then it drove back all the way okay at around about 50 mile an hour. So I don't know if that's just something to do with the transmission not having done many miles, something needs to run in, a bearing needs to wear in or something. It's predominantly old parts, but there is a new thrust bearing in there on the cluster gear. You know, that stainless steel thin one. Well, what looks like stainless, the hardened steel thin bearing, thin washer. And the only other thing was that the charging became a little bit erratic. Now I don't know what that is, and again I haven't changed anything, so I'm going to monitor the situation. But for now there's a little job that looks better, it blends in better. I just cleaned the bracket up. I didn't wire brush it or do anything with it. I just put it in the ultrasonic cleaner and then gave it a little bit of a wipe over with the cloth. So that looks okay, I think. So there we are. Oh, and I've just tidied all these wires. I put a couple of cable ties on there. I don't really like using cable ties on this car, but sometimes it's just handy. And I used my mum's old garden secateurs to trim them off, because this particular pair They make a good flush cutter for the cable ties. Okay, right, so there we go, quick job. Coil looking a little bit more blended into the vehicle. Righto, thank you very much for joining me in the garage then. You take care and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.